showtime.
Only slabs.
There, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. It's Saturday. It's Slabber Day. It means it's time for Only Slabs. You can't have Only Slabs with just me. We have to have my partner in crime, Chris the Comic Vet. How the heck are you on this Saturday, the 1st of November? Well, it's
I'm
not
good, doctor.
November 1st.
I'm good,
but the
doctor.
first-
How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Can I call you doctor?
You can. You can. As of last night, you can now call me
Oh,
doctor.
sorry. Okay, I'm confused.
Yes!
Hold on. Let me go back in time here and finish my first thing, which was this is not November 1st. It's the first Saturday of November is what I meant when I
Yes.
said the 1st of November. Okay, first Saturday, first slab, only slabs of November. Now, doctorate. You've earned your doctorate. Congratulations. I missed it
Thank
last
you.
night. I fell asleep in my
That's
recliner,
okay.
but I'll go back and watch it. The Anachronic
It
Comic
was not easy.
Comics of College of Comic Book Knowledge. Yes.
So yes, Joe over on Anachronic Comics with his guest host Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy. They, although it was just a handful of questions of Peter Parker, the Amazing Spider-Man, they were tough. They were very tough. And I'm glad
they decided to ramp it up a little bit from my Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, it was tough. There was one tricky question concerning Peter's parents. That kind of caught me for a loop.
Some of the things get a little wonky just because his continuity and stuff has been rehashed so many times.
Yeah.
So depending upon which you accept, and versus what is maybe
and it's difficult. It's difficult not to let some of that Hollywood,
creep into the comics.
Right. Yeah, because if we're just doing the comic book knowledge, then it's not Hollywood per se. You have to pay attention to the Amazing Spider-Man. But just for not to plug someone else's show, but anyone who's interested in doing what Rob and I have now successfully done, reach out to Joe and Anachronic Comics. He is looking for people in the upcoming months to receive their doctorate in whatever subject of comic book history that they feel strong in.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, we have a guest today ourselves.
We do.
We do it every week. I don't know. It's just kind of something that we decided to do.
Yeah.
Taking over our lives. But hey, we'd love it. Ladies and gentlemen, ComicCapCollectibles. Rich, how you doing? Welcome to the show, sir.
I'm doing well. Good. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
We're always grateful to have somebody new come on the show. As much as we love our repeat guests, we love having new folks come on, get to know somebody new through their comic book collection. Before we get to you and your the books you've brought for us, though, we are remiss, however, if we don't say hello to the chat. So it's time for Romper Room.
Romper bumper, stomper boo, tell me do. Magic mirror, tell me today, did all of my friends have fun at play?
No, Liz Crucius is here. Hooray! Shop for Comics. Here we go. Slabbing time. The big, kiddo's turning big 1-0 this weekend. Is that 1-0 as in 10 or turning? Yeah, I guess it's 10. Yeah. Need to catch a rewind. Well, there you go. 10 years old. Time to get that kid a job, right? Start earning his way. You start asking him that question when you go to McDonald's and he says he wants a Happy Meal. Ask him if he's buying. Yeah. Hulk Collector 82, how you doing? He's multitasking today. Steve White, good afternoon, everybody. Absolutely.
Your children must have became independent at a very young age.
Oh, my kids. It's so funny. I always used to ask them stuff like, are you buying? Or, hey, when's the last time you bought me a tank of gas or bought me dinner or something? And one time I remember I think my son was like 14 or something. And we were someplace that he asked me if he wanted something. He pulled out his wallet and he paid. He says, there. Now, I don't want to hear you ever ask me for paid for you.
One time makes up for everything.
Oh. Yes. Anyways, Izzy versus here. How you doing? BSN Green Hulkster showing off that membership tag for 10 months. Let's see here. Oh, so we got Marty's up here from Canada. How you guys doing there? Happy Slabber Day to you. The great Durs is collecting. Durs is here to say hello to everyone. Couching and slouching with Sea Bizzle sliding into our DMs here.
No.
Jesper, how you doing, Jesper? Goodness gracious, all the way from Sweden checking in. See, next week the show will be a little bit different time for you because actually we're finally gonna switch our clocks tonight. Cat fan comics man.
Oh.
How you doing? Let's see here. Who else we have here is coming in? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Justin Birch Letters. Hi, everyone. Hi, Justin. Smoke bomb. Let's see here. Jimalo, hello. How are you? Mad Spidey, Australia's checking in. That's the time that he hates when we do go on to our time. Our time.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, because they're switched, but we haven't. So I think right now he actually gets to sleep in the most to watch this. But for some reason, there's some really weird shift when we shift again. I don't know.
Okay.
He tried to explain to me how it shifts. Our 1 hour shift shifts the show like an hour and a half or something for him somehow. Australia. It's even the time zones are trying to kill him. Let's see who else is here. Ryan Riley, how you doing? Warlord, thanks for coming here. Kenneth Birds. Oh, damn, whole thing clicked on me. Kenneth Birds here. Hello, Mr. Bird. Let's see here. Timothy PJR. Hello. Phil Alien. Hello, everyone. The great Austin LeMay. Hey, gang. Sliding through here. Who else we see? It's we've not said hello to yet. Larry. El Green Machine, like number 9. Good morning, everyone. I don't know. Oh, I guess he was like number 9. I guess that's what. Yeah, okay. Everybody don't forget to hit that like button if you're here. Well, I know we haven't shown anything exciting yet, but we will. ABC Comics, greeting from Scotland.
Nice.
For coming and joining us. Dead Man here. How you doing? Let's see here. We got Mr. Comics 89 checking in with us. Thank you so much.
I was on his show last night.
Were you? Awesome. Yeah. You're becoming the new Rob.
Yeah.
I have taken time off, and I'm glad that you've stepped up to fill in for me as a guest on many, many shows everywhere you go.
Yeah, it was on the Knockout last night. Darth Vader barely got past Owlman.
Which just seems wrong.
I know where you're coming from, but
it should have been a freaking devastation, pure devastation.
Yes.
I don't even know who Owlman is, so
It's from an alternate comic book universe.
Yeah.
He's the wannabe Batman.
Yeah.
He doesn't have force powers or a lightsaber. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm scrolling through here. I'm seeing a lot of everybody saying hello to everybody. I saw somebody say hello to Dagger, but I haven't. Oh, there's Dagger.
Oh,
what's up, Docs? How you doing? And Seth 11, best Saturday afternoon chat. Rob Fat Snacks.
Oh, that autocorrect.
We'll allow it. I'm a fat man. I eat my fair share of snacks.
You're not that
So you say hello to Wilbur. Yeah, it's just saying like a chat and blink. The chat blink is the annoying thing. And I think,
DVH.
There he is.
Yeah.
Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension.
Brother.
Happy to have you. Oh, and there we are. Marty's jumping in, says, yes, I am first with the super chat once again. And we appreciate you for that, sir. We'll give you this one.
That's the first time I ever asked for anything I really wanted.
Jason's here. Hey, fellers. Thank you for joining us, sir. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going through here, trying to get through this quick because I know some people love this part of the show and some people go, hey, Cat Fan Comics Man, thanks for joining again, rejoining. We appreciate you, sir. And I finally joined. Finally joined again. It's all good.
Welcome.
Let's see here. I'm thinking as I'm scrolling through, I think we might have gotten everybody. New member alert.
Yeah, that was me just recognizing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that. Oh, Colossus Collector. How you doing? And Ben Compton showing up. How you doing? All right. Yeah, that's great. I will make sure that we add Cat Fan to the race or to the list. So today is, of course, the first Saturday of the month, which means that we do our Henchman of the Month selection. We'll do that in a little bit. Oh, you know what? Actually, let me see if I should do. I can do this real quick. Edit list of names. I'll do it now because we should do it now and just get it. Cat Fan Comics Man. Done. All right. So instead of the wheel, everybody seems to love the duck race, but I'm not going to do a duck race.
I do love the
because I am all about rockets. So we got a rocket race.
All right.
I'm going to shuffle a character. So now, shuffling everybody. Everybody who's a henchman gets one. And if you didn't know, if you hadn't paid attention to the chat recently, I did make a change to the channel membership. So we made two changes. One change, just so everybody knows, is that the revenue from the channel, instead of being donated monthly directly to the ACS website, instead it's benefits the Comics Curing Cancer event. So it goes into a pool. We will then pay expenses for hosting the Comics Curing Cancer event. For example, I spent $1,800 in shipping charges this past month. Plus, on top of that, there's cost of like building COAs and other types of stuff. We'll pay those expenses from the channel membership first that ultimately still raise the money for Comics Curing Cancer. Then anything left over will go. I understand for some of you that means you're going to stop being a member, and that's totally fine. I get it. And for others who have said that they still wanted to help out more, we have Henchman 2.0, which is our level 2. We'll be recognizing all those channel members today and stuff, but they get double entries here. So let's go ahead and run this. They've been in here and start.
Oh, this is different.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. This is this is so different from a duck race.
Yeah,
right,
it's
we
rockets.
got Chuck out front, and Chuck is kind of falling back. Hello, Dale of Suspense. Thank you for joining us, brother.
Dicker Jim's in the lead.
Izzyverse NYC, we see you as well. Thank you for joining us. Comic Book Worm just popped way out front, and looks like he's getting caught up in a solar wind. Peace and Green Hulkster is up front as well.
Who's got warp? Oh, Wellborn engaged his warp engines, maybe.
Is that Cup of Comics just pushing up here?
Yeah.
People pushing last minute. Come on, Comic.
Oh, there goes Milt. Eastern Nose Afterburners.
Legion of Comics. Is it going to be Mark? Oh, that was close.
Nope. There we go. Our winner is Milt. Congratulations, Milt. Now we see who are Jack B, a second, Matt 268. So just so we're clear, Collecting with Durs did not make. Oh, he made it number seventh place. Yeah. So, all right. So Milt, congratulations on that. You'll be getting a Henchman T-shirt. You just need to reach out to me with yours via Instagram with your size and your ship to address. I'm going to write that down just that way in case you're not here right now. I'll reach out to you in the member chat. So there you go. Thank you so much. You can help. Yeah. So we had the super chat from Papa Wheelie. Thank you so much there, sir. And, of course, another super chat from Legion of Comics. So you're telling me I can help Comics Curing Cancer even more? Sign me up. Oh, yeah, I already am. Are you? That's right. And so here you are, sir. Yeah, I love all those super chats so early and everything going on there. And yes, we'll talk about we'll recognize all the henchmen and the henchmen 2.0s at our halftime break. Right now, we are 15 minutes into the show, and if we don't go any longer, Taylor will show up and smite us for not having started the show yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Rich, why don't you introduce yourself and let's show off some comics.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Obviously my channel is ComicCapCollectibles. I shortened it so it would all fit. And I'm ready to go. This is tough because I wrote down a list when you first told me that I had a date, and I must have changed it 7 times from then till now, trying to figure out what I wanted to show, what I didn't want to show. And your top 5 books you want to show, but it's all the ones in between that you get stuck with. So here we are today. So this is the finished product. So let's go.
All right. I will slide you into the position of honor here. Well, Rob is taking care of that. All right, Rich, my man. Let's get her started.
So I didn't want to start off too slow, but I didn't want to start off too big. So let's start off with She-Hulk number 1. 7-0.
That's a great book to start off with. Oh, it doesn't matter about the grade. That let's be honest, that was one of the hottest books during the COVID bubble before the show came out. And I know it's cooled off a little bit, but there's so many. It's only through the show I realized that there are so many She-Hulk collectors out there, and it's through the show I then started reading some of her stuff, and yeah, it's a great character, especially when she has a great writer.
Stan Lee wrote this one anyway. I have a few copies of the Sensational She-Hulk number 1, but none of them are like high grade to get graded. Okay. And, She-Hulk number 1 first appearance is always awesome. So, all right, so number 2, I have Miss Marvel 18, which is the first full Mystique.
Oh,
and if, Taylor Winder's watching, it's fine.
It's well done, Rich. Well done. All right, Rich, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that blue label then? Because we haven't had this book on this show before.
First full appearance of Mystique. And then it says Avengers, blah, 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 Scarlet Witch appearance. But first full. She had like 3 or 4 cameos where she was disguised as different people, but this is when she actually first showed herself as Mystique.
I gotta admit, I didn't know that Mystique's first appearance was Miss Marvel. I would have guessed Uncanny X-Men all day, every day.
No. It's one of those characters that just shows up in a completely random other book.
Right, like Sabretooth and Rogue. Yeah.
All right, next we have Daredevil 168. First Elektra.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Big shiny UPC code.
Yeah.
So this is first Elektra?
First Elektra, yeah.
Wasn't what year was this?
I'm gonna guess 83.
81.
81.
Oh, I didn't realize she was so late in the.
Yeah.
She only stuck around, I believe it was just 10 issues. Like,
I think she died in 181.
She died in 171?
13 issues. I think it was 181.
Yeah, 181.
Bullseye was like 141, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Frank Miller had that all that mapped out beautifully.
All right, this next one is this one's going to puzzle you guys a little bit.
Okay.
This is Uncanny X-Men 234. It's a 9/2. Nothing significant happens in this book. So if I gave you both 3 guesses why I graded this book, I bet you wouldn't guess it. You want a shot?
Is that a Silvestri cover?
It is, I believe. That's not the reason.
Okay.
Is your first comic?
It's not. Let's see if I can get this on camera here.
Double cover.
It's a double cover book.
Wow.
Nice.
That's terrific.
So show us the inner cover.
Yeah. Prove it.
If you watch one of my original videos from about 2.5 years ago, there is a video in there that has this where I show both covers in it.
Okay.
Nice.
That's the only reason why I try to get rid of that glare. Sorry. I wanted to show this one because they're not common, and I always used to see them advertised, and I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then when you see one in person, you're like, oh, it's a double cover. And I never knew if it was a blank cover, but it's actual just two covers on top of one another. So
I
thought that was cool.
Print and press error. That's very cool, especially for an X-Men book.
All right, next I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna do a 2-for-1. So what I have here is Darth Vader #1 and Darth Vader #3.
Oh,
Yeah, #3 is the meaty book.
Well, #1.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
and
#1 is the first Black Chrysanthemum. So that one's kind of important. And then
No,
obviously
it is not to be, but the Dr. Aphra and the droids are the obviously those are the ones that everybody loves the most, and has because she has her own character level and everything else. It's obviously the
those it just goes to show that sometimes, just sometimes, Marvel can write great stories, and that first introduction of Aphra, and then in her own monthly, especially with those two droids, that's such great stuff. Rob actually turned me on to the whole idea of Aphra. Yeah, Colossus Collector, welcome.
actually upgrade. Yeah,
okay.
Both he and DVH upgraded. Thank you very much for the upgrade to Henchman 2.0. I do like Chris or Mark's idea of renaming it like the Goons or something. So maybe.
And the one thing I do like about Aphra that about a lot of the other Star Wars books is she's still just a comic book character.
Yes.
If you haven't seen her on screen or anywhere else, she's just a comic book.
We're
character.
waiting. We know that.
Yeah.
We know that when
It's
it
coming.
comes, it's going to be insane. That book was going to because it spiked pretty high when there was a lot of speculation and nothing's come of it. Maybe nothing ever does. It's hard to say.
I'm sure at some point they're gonna tie her into something, but we'll see. But let's get on to the next. So I know there's some DC people out there, so I had to show a few DC books. I didn't want to do just all Marvel, to be fair. So it's another twofer. I was a big Titans fan growing up as a kid, so I loved the Tale of Teen Titans. So I have Showcase 75, which is the
yes, let's go.
And then I have the obviously the DC Comics Presents with the first appearance of everyone.
That's awesome.
Well, it's not really the first appearance of everyone, but it is a good chunk of them.
Yeah, three of them. So,
and of course that Hawk and Dove, that's just fun.
Yeah, I was a little bummed. I thought when I sent that in, it was like a 5060 book, so I was a little bummed when it came back a 4. But it is what it is. And then my next two are also Tales of Teen Titans books. So we have #2 and #44. So the first Deathstroke.
I'm sensing a theme, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't need to sandwich these together. These are distinct individual books. I mean, Chris, take it away. Wait a second, hold on.
Oh my!
Now, Chris, take it away.
Absolutely.
Do your job.
Rich, the one that's in your left hand, sir. Would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that blue label?
First appearance of Deathstroke, the Terminator.
Beautiful. And just to show respect to the man, the myth, the legend, would you mind showing a close-up of the other label that's in your hand there?
Oh, absolutely. Custom label, George Perez.
Very nice.
And the note will be on the back side of this one.
That's right.
Yep. Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing.
Yeah, first
appearance of Jericho. I was really, upset when Perez, passed away, and I was one of the signatures I really wanted to get, And when I was like, man, so I'm like, you know what? The next best thing is actually to get the the custom header. So,
Yeah, that was tough because I know I had a book that was set to be signed by Perez, and fortunately that signing just didn't happen. And
yeah.
All right, let's see. We got okay. So
thank you for upgrading, Joe.
these all have one thing in common.
Hey, go! Oh man, he's going with these themes multiples at a time. You can do these one at a time, my friend.
You told me 20, so I was trying to, So we got Venom number
we got
3.
time though.
You're speeding through this. We can slow it down a little bit, my friend. Unless you got a hot date to get to.
No, not at all.
So are these all Kate's books?
Are these all what?
Donnie Cates books?
They are all Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman. They are all double signed by Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman.
Oh, that King in Black. Such a
All
great series until
we got that's the secret variant.
Yeah, Rob got it. Secret variant. So that is a variant cover. Secret variant. That's King in Black number 1. The normal King in Black number 1 has the Hulk right here. This one has the Thing. And at a glance, you don't see it.
Now, is that a remark on that one as well?
No, that's Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman. That's just their.
Oh.
I don't remember seeing the null.
Yeah.
Up in the top left on my copy. I mean.
Oh, this. No,
yeah,
that's there.
He's there on the normal one.
All right, I'm
number A.
It's been a while since I looked at it, so I'm like not remembering. But I was like, oh man, that's a hell of a remark if that's a remark.
And this is Absolute Carnage number 1, which is also double signed. This is a Del Auto variant.
Nice. And look at the Carnage logo.
The Carnage header. And then obviously Venom number 3, which is the second print variant.
So what do you think about these custom logos?
I love them, man. I do. For $5, I mean, I think it makes the book look pretty cool, especially if you got something that matches somewhat. Like this one has got Null, and this is the first appearance of Null, even though he's not on the cover. It's
right.
So whenever they're available for something that I send in, I absolutely get them. Even though they charge you separate shipping if you break them up. But
see, that's been my problem really with them, is the fact that there's only so many of them at any given time, and if I'm sending in a group of books, if only a couple of them have corresponding labels that I select, then I have to pay a separate submission fee and a separate shipping fee if I want to send. Otherwise, I have to, forgo. And so I tend to skip it a lot, even though I don't. I'm split. I don't mind how they look. Sometimes I think they really kind of set off a book, but I'm diametrically $5 is a significant. It's a 25% increase sometimes on the cost of the book. Plus, by that time, like I said, if they're not all getting the labels, then a whole nother submission fee plus a whole nother shipping fee, it can really jack up the price.
So when I typically do them is, when it's a signing event, right? Because usually you're only sending those books for the signing.
Sure.
So,
right.
And then one time, I have a box of books that's probably got 80 books in it that are my to-be graded books that I'll get around to grading eventually. And at one point I went on and there was a whole bunch of new custom labels. So I literally sent 14 books all at once because I knew at some point I was going to get these graded because there was a custom label that fit all of them.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've done that one. I had that happen once before, and then I've had, usually I guess it's signature books. I tend to, it was the same thing. Like, okay, it's a one-off book or something that you get, it's already. So I'm already paying a lot because I'm paying for the signature plus for them to press it oftentimes because it's.
I know I'm going a little fast, so maybe
you're good.
Not after. I'll just keep going, and you tell me when the midway point is. How's that sound?
Sounds good, Rich.
All right. So next one I got is Incredible Hulk 340. So this is the rare unsigned copy. It's
also the rare original copy That's not homage. Top 5 most homage comics in comic history. I don't care what anyone says. Top 5.
And
With good reason, though.
Yeah, it was awesome. I remember seeing it as a kid, like, oh
Yeah.
man, Hulk and Wolverine again, awesome. And like a bonehead, when I was a teenager, somebody offered me like $10 for my copy. It was only like 2 years old at that point. I'm like, $10? I paid $1 for it, and I sold it. And up until maybe like a year and a half ago, I was just not able to get my hands on a decent copy of it. So I finally got it back in my collection about a year and a half ago. So psyched to have that back.
It's like, well, you got a nice newsstand edition, regardless.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who knows? That copy I had when I was a teenager might only be a 5.5 today anyway. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. My copy is well loved. That's for sure. Traced over it and everything.
So the next 2 books are signed by Bob Sharon. This first one here is The Incredible Hulk 282. This is the first meeting of the Hulk and She-Hulk in a comic, and it is a newsstand. And I actually have 2 copies of this I sent in at the same time that I got signed last year at Super Jersey Comic Expo. He signed them both for me. And I actually thought the direct edition was in better shape, but this one came back in 8.5, the other one came back in 8.0. So it's like to have both of those.
And who signed that one?
Bob Sharon,
okay.
Artist, colorist.
Oh, okay.
He actually holds the record in comic books for the most pages colored by an artist, which is kind of like his name is in so many comic books. It's unbelievable. And this one I also had signed at the same time, also by Bob Sharon. This is Incredible Hulk 271.
There it is.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Woo, 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 woo. For some weak ass reviews.
That's the first Rocket Raccoon in a standard comic book.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So is the Hulk referring to Rocket there as Rocky or Rocket on the cover?
It says Rocket Raccoon.
Okay.
Is call him a puny animal. But I know in story, I think he's still referred to as Rocky inside.
Okay.
And they didn't change it until later, even though it says Rocket on the cover right there.
Okay. Yeah,
he's got himself a bubble helmet. Good for him.
Yeah.
This is an awesome book. Also newsstand.
Yeah. I'm really thinking that book there, for the generation that's been born since the year 2000, that grew up with the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers movies, where Rocket is such a fantastic character that I think a lot of those kids that once they start getting some, disposable money, if that generation actually can afford to have disposable money, that I think that is a book that they might chase just because of Rocket is so popular to this young generation, whereas all of us that are Generation X, Rocket really wasn't that popular other than his limited series that was in the mid 80s.
And prior to the first Guardians movie, I mean, that book was maybe worth like $5.
Yeah, it was a bin book.
Skyrocketed since then.
Yeah. All right.
Hey guys, go ahead and hit hashtag Goon Squad. I think I'm liking that name better. Maybe we may change the name of Henchman 2.0, but for now, Goon Squad hashtag. Throw that in there. We'll do our pull from the pull box as we get ready for that. While you guys are doing that and getting that Goon Squad going, however, I do want to, of course, say thank you first of all to Deviate, Dr. Von Hoot, Deadman, Colossus Collector, and Anachronic Comics. All have been upgraded to Henchman 2.0 status. So their names next week will join here on the first slide with the other Henchman 2.0, and they'll get invites later to the Henchman chat group, which is only for Henchman 2.0. As well as other benefits. If you're interested, you can check the membership button down below. You'll be able to see the different tier, and you can upgrade by scrolling down. If you're interested, the Comic Vet, Stephen C., Legion of Comics, DJ Links, the Comic Viking, Justin Birch Letters, Collecting with Durs, Brian LCS, and Tony from the Comiverse. Thank you so much all for jumping on that upgrade to the Henchman 2.0 to continue to help out and support the Comics Curing Cancer event at the higher level. Everybody else, I still appreciate you all very much. So let's run through the regular henchmen who contribute and have been the backbone of this channel for almost a year now. Travis Vick, Son of a Bruce, Actual Dracula, Jack B, Comics PSN, Green Hulkster, Digger Jim 720, Blue Hellion Comics, Comic Ozzy, Flo Dameron, Beckerman, Dr. Von Hoots, Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy, Comics by the Bay, Sector 2815, The Real James Willie, Dale of Suspense, Tate Prime, Chaos and Comics, Marty Aleko, Trev the Shipping Guru, Circumstances, Remy Q Studios, Comic Journey, Matt 268, Comics with Murdoch, Austin LeMay, Comic Man Andy, Mad Spidey, Cup of Comics, Burke Family 54 Comics, Switch Comics, Shattered Glass Comics or Collectibles, Ben Parker Comics, Seth 11, Hulk Collector 82, Izzyverse NYC, A Comic Bookworm, Chuck Hensey, Norin Rad 82, Lone Eagle, Gene Below, Triple G Comics, Noggin Comics, Aggressively Relaxing, Collectible Inc., Taylor Winder, KBDM, Deadman, Philtastic Comics and Art, B. Ramey, Lisa Noble, Evils Comics, Charmaine Deacon, Anachronic Comics, Mon Comics, Milton Miller, our henchman of the month, Colossus Collector, Beth Wellbore, JG, and L Green Machine. Thank you guys all so much for your membership with the channel and your continued support. I greatly appreciate that immensely. Dale, thank you for the upgrade there. Appreciate you, sir. So anyways, boom, there we go. So coming up, oh yes, now there is a new 2.0 in the house. That's right. So welcome everybody to the, why am I saying welcome? Freaking A. I got sidetracked and distracted by my own stuff. Goon Squad is the hashtag we're entering in here. We've got 38 out of 49. So if go ahead and get that in. And don't forget, we do ship internationally because I ship to all my viewers because I love you all equally. I don't discriminate by geolocation. How about that? Anyways, Chris, what you got coming up for you this week?
Well, yesterday I just dropped episode number 2 of touring local comic shops in and around Ontario, and I went to one that's just a mere few minutes away from Toronto's International Airport, and it's called Gotham Central Comics. Now, Gotham Central is a huge location. It has everything you could possibly think of under the roof. Not only that, Carlos, the owner of
Gotham Central Comics.
Gotham Central Comics is one of those traveling comic shops that goes to different big cons across North America, whether it's Heroes Con, New York City Comic Con, C2E2, the Motor City Comic Con in Detroit. It may be one of those shops you kind of recognize. So give that walking tour an opportunity. It's, like I said, got some incredible stuff that's there. It's the stuff that you see that you like on the walls. All you have to do is reach out. I'm sure Carlos can work something out with you. And this is episode 2, following episode 1, which is the walking tour of Retro Rocket Comics, my normal LCS that I visit every week. Thank you, Rob.
Fantabulous. How about you there, Rich? Anything coming up for you on the on your channel this week?
Probably not this week, but probably next week. I do have some books coming back from EGS, so I'll be
awesome.
I don't have their new slabs yet, so I have 2 new books that I sent to them. Plus, I sent a bunch in to get the new slab put on them. So
awesome. So it'll be your first review of their new slabs.
Correct.
You know what? It's bugging here. I'm going to switch us like that. Oh, well, anyways, the Goon Squad thing went away. It's all right. We'll go ahead and let me pull that back up there, remove it, and add it. There we go. But no, now switch. Where's my other layout that has? Hold on. No. This. No. I have something's changed. I had one where we were on the
change.
No, something's changed. I had one where we line up on the right-hand side, so when we put the comments up, it doesn't cover anybody. But for some reason, it's now got 2 with people on the left-hand side. It's completely broken. I'm going to have to fix it later. Anyways, let's just draw wheel of fish.
I don't know what's going on. I don't like change. But Tate
Tate
Prime's winner.
Prime! Congratulations. Thank you for joining. Or for winning. Congratulations, you've won. God, I'm discombobulated now.
Okay, watch your back and go for the box. Rich, get yourself ready. Here we go.
It just messed up his whole day, didn't it?
It really did, because I set this up. I'm really intentionally, I got tired of people getting covered up by the comments. So I created a custom layout where everybody was on the right-hand side instead of the left. And for whatever reason, it now is no longer, it's like switched. I have two left-hand sides. So I'm going to have to edit it later. Anyways, Rich, you're going to be pulling books for Tate. We're pulling 6 books, unless we get a draw extra pulls. You're going to give me either a number between 1 and 10 from the front, 1 and 10 from the back, or we'll do some back to front action. You tell me when to stop and we'll pull some books.
Let's do 7 from the front, 7 from the back to start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should say there's also 2 slabs in here now.
Oh.
Yeah, most recently there was a slab donated by Gary B, the casual comic guy. He won something from the wheel during Comic Screen Cancer and decided it wasn't going to fit his PC. And rather than have me ship it, he said, just add it to the donation pool. So thank you, Gary.
Cool.
All right, 4 more books.
Let's go 5 in and from the front and do some wave action in the middle for the next couple.
Okay, 5 from the front, and then what? Back to front, you said?
Yeah, back to front. Right about there.
Okay,
And,
am I pulling the book closest towards you, closest to the wall, or both?
You're doing 6, so do both.
Okay, then 1 more book.
You could grab in the middle somewhere and let me know what you pull out.
You just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, closest to you or closest to the wall?
Close to the wall.
All right.
Watch your back.
Oops, I should slide this over here. There we go. All right, first up. There we go. Marvel Comics presents Wolverine, number 95.
That must be Frank Miller art. I'm just kidding. Bad joke. Bad joke.
It is 90s. Let me tell you that. That is some hair. These actually have double stories, so there's like there's 2 different covers on them.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We got Ultimate Marvel Team Up number 5. This is the first appearance of the Ultimate Nick Fury.
Oh,
that's cool.
From the original Ultimate Universe. Oh, this cover's awesome. Congratulations, Tate. This is one of the Stormbreakers covers. I believe this was...
oh, my.
Can't remember which book it was, but...
That's not Carmen.
Okay, it's the Incredible Hulk number 4.
Right.
But it was one of these books that was just a incredible cover.
Who's the artist on the front? Should say right under Stormbreaker.
CF Villa.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah, I don't know if the Hulk's chasing Cap or just trying to keep up with Cap.
Yeah, who knows? Ooh. How about Punisher's electrifying first issue? Some foily electrocution going on.
I've never seen that cover before.
Is that volume 2 or volume 3?
Je ne sais quoi.
I was just curious.
Yeah. Infinity War number 1.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Great cover.
And Nice House on the Lake number 1.
That's cool.
Wow.
So yeah, congratulations.
Great
there,
book.
We'll get those on out to you. And let's
he's lurking.
What's that?
I said he's lurking.
Oh, okay. Yes, the king of all nerds is here. Very good. Boom. All right. So we did that. We've said that. I think it's time that we get back into some more books. Yes. Awesome.
Right.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. Let's all right. So let's go ahead and there we go. Now it worked.
Oh, Rob, it's okay. It's Now, just to try it, Rob, can you bring up the winner window just to see if it stays in this position?
Nope,
Yeah,
it moved
see?
us over this way. It's something's
okay.
weird.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next book I have is Captain America 100, 3-0.
Oh yeah. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah!
Excellent.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
Rich, from this angle, that looks a lot better than a 3.0. Is there actually something wrong with it structurally? Like,
No, and I bought this already slabbed. I didn't have this slabbed. So
okay.
I agree with you. Other than the date stamp, there's a little smudge of ink over here.
Interesting.
You
I
never
would
looked
have
up
guessed at least a 4 or 5. I did. It didn't have anything significant, like something missing, or sometimes they put moderate spine stress, which is a popular one these days. But it is cream to off-white pages, but
It doesn't matter.
yeah, it's Captain America 100. It's just an awesome book.
Yeah, such an important book as well.
I have Iron Man #1 to match it, but I don't have it slabbed yet. So.
All right, that'll be for your second
Go around.
Yeah.
Next book is I don't know, man, equally as cool, maybe even cooler. It's Cap 117 versus Sam Wilson Falcon.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very good. Excellent. Hold on. We gotta get another one in here. Let's yeah. Yeah, this damn it. It's like amateur hour here. All of a
So
sudden
Rob's having problems with the Matrix
can't use
right
my
now.
own show.
So, well, we're going to let Rob readjust for a second.
We got it. Oh, we got it. We're good. It went off.
Rich,
we got yeah.
Rich, I know there's actually some history with this book and Rob, but Rich, just to let things cool down for a sec, would you mind reading us to what's actually on the right side of the blue label there?
This is origin and first appearance of the Falcon, Sam Wilson, and Red Wing. Red Skull appearance and MODOK cameo.
Oh, that's a big book. If you're a Cap fan like what I am, that's got everything. And obviously, it's so important to the history of Marvel Comics with Falcon's first appearance. But like, you got Red Skull and MODOK in there as well. That's a great book.
It's a book that when you because I've been picking up a lot of the
Yes.
Silver Age run of Captain America lately. I tell you,
Yeah.
aside from Cap 100, this is like the other expensive book in the run.
Yeah.
Everything else is like
Affordable,
disturbingly inexpensive.
right? And there's a lot of good stories in that first run.
But it's big because because this is that time period where Marvel is being really progressive and really started introducing multiple African American heroes, and of course Falcon becomes one of those big heroes. That's really important key in that realm, along with the first Luke Cage and Hero to Hire and first Black Panther. So yeah.
Yeah, and I do have the I think it's 134 or 137 where they actually changed the title. I have that graded as well, but I wasn't showing that today.
Yep.
This is I love this book. It doesn't get a lot of love, but it's awesome, and it's probably because the cover doesn't sell what it really is. And this is Marvel Superheroes #13. First full Carol Danvers.
Yeah, that's a book that actually, again, is one of those ones that people they think Ms. Marvel or something is the first one, but it's really not.
Right.
So this is before Carol Danvers became anything. She was just Carol Danvers.
Right.
First appearance of Carol Danvers. And I believe she gets her powers at the end of the story. Yep. And then it started the Captain Marvel run and Miss Marvel.
Yep.
All right. Next one, also awesome book. Avengers #43.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had
Red Guardian.
Yeah. He's they're getting ready to bring Red Guardian back in Thunderbolts film. Yeah, that's he's such a fun character too. They really should be having something with him on a monthly basis right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that whole cast of Black Widow was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, Yelena and
Yeah.
Alexi.
If they only had a better story.
If they only had a better Taskmaster.
And the whole Taskmaster, yeah.
All right,
Ball
next
dropped.
Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man 194.
Yes.
Let's
Black Cat.
go.
Oh, newsstand version too.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah.
I know Rob can attest this. A very hard book to get in a high grade, and 7.5 is
cover.
such a great grade,
Yeah.
great grade, especially for
Yeah,
newsstand.
Brian LCS has a 9.0, which I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think he bought it as such. I've gotten 2 raw copies. I have one direct and one newsstand, and the direct I think was like a 6, and then the newsstand just went off, and I'm expecting it to come back probably a 6.5. Same thing, but still,
I do not have a copy of that book in my collection
well, you can't
Yet.
have one of mine.
yet.
All right. Next up, we got Amazing Spider-Man 361. Little Carnage action.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that custom label. That is terrific. Rob, or pardon
it's
me,
the
Mitch, can you bring that in a little bit?
The Hobgoblin
Yes.
one.
Yeah, it was, I think, the only Spider-Man they were offering at the time. So I didn't want to not get a Spider-Man custom label.
Very
And
nice.
also newsstand. So. Okay. Next book.
I will.
This book has been in a slab 4 different times. 4 different times. And you would think why, but this
It's
is
signed, cracked, signed, cracked, signed, cracked.
no, it's only one signature.
Oh, okay.
It is Secret Wars 8 out of 4.5.
Oh, okay.
So I bought this slab like really cheap. I don't even think I paid $50 for it. It was a 4.5, and I was going to a convention that had John Beatty, and I'm like, all right, it doesn't look like a 4.5. I'm gonna crack it open. I'm gonna press it. And I'm gonna sign and resubmit it. When I cracked it open to press it, there are like super fine color breaking creases in the cover that you can't see from the slab.
Oh.
And I knew, all right, at best it's a 5.0. So first they sent it back to me without the custom label when I paid for it.
Oh,
It shipped separate. So I was like, no good. And then the next time they sent it back to me, it had the custom label and the yellow label, but didn't say who it was signed by. So I had to send it back again for him to get it right. So 4 different slabs this book was in.
did you get them to pay the return shipping charges?
Yeah, they paid for the 2 mistakes, but it was
At
just
least.
like, come on already, guys. Like, what is going on? But
Yeah. QC at CGC is premier best there is. Just ask them.
and it's not a super high grade, but it's signed, and I personally got it signed. It's also a newsstand.
Yeah.
So,
Mr. Deacon, we're sorry about that. In North America, we're a bunch of weirdos. But guess what? Tonight, we're switching our clocks, so you'll be back to the same time differential next week.
all right. So next up, we got 252.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, guy.
252 out of 7.5.
The rumors are true, by the way.
What's that?
It says right there.
You're on the cover.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know something I don't know? Like, what's the black suit's coming back? But listen,
Well, actually, it did
Yeah. Back in
Sort of.
black.
in the in the most recent run. Yeah, for a short little bit.
I just feel this is if you're a comic book collector, man, this is the staple to have. I mean, Spider-Man 252. I mean,
Yeah.
All right, so next I was going to show together, but since we have some time, I'm going to show them all separately. These are books I have signed by Chris Claremont.
Ooh.
So all equally cool. This is Avengers Annual number 10, which is the first full appearance of Rogue.
Worst cover in
Worst
history.
cover of Eddie Key, I think, out there.
And it's like, and you got it signed too. So of course the only place to sign it, right across the trade dress. I mean, there's no other place.
I don't care if he signed it on the back because the cover's so bad it wouldn't have made a difference. But
Back
here's
would have been better
the
placed,
crazy story about this book. I bought this in a yard sale as a kid, probably in I don't even know 1988 ish for a quarter.
You've done
For a
okay
quarter.
with it then.
Yeah.
I mean,
And,
even though it's not worth a lot necessarily, but you've still done quite well on your
Yeah.
25-cent investment.
but
Yeah.
First Rogue 80 signed Chris Claremont. So
It's a little bit of a roller coaster book, though. It gets hot,
Yeah.
cools off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still love to have it in bad cover. Yep.
Yeah.
all right, so next one is also signed by Chris Claremont. This is X-Men 96.
Oh, awesome.
Maura McTaggart.
It's a nice custom label for that all new, all different as well.
Yeah, they didn't have an X-Men, so I went with the Wolvie on this one and the other one I'm going to show in a second.
Very nice.
This is the book I never actually thought I was going to own, just because it, with the COVID boom, it got super expensive and then cooled off, and I was shocked I was able to land it. Not the highest grade, but one of my favorite books that I have in my collection. It's X-Men.
Oh my God! No! No! Shut the front door! No way! Seriously? Shut the front door! Shut the front door!
Andy thinks you need to go close your front door.
Yes.
So, second appearance of everybody, third full appearance of Wolverine, so on and so forth. So,
Very good. Rich, who is the creative team listed here? Claremont, is it? And Dave Cockrum on the artwork for that?
I believe it is. It's Claremont's story, Dave Cockrum, yep, and Bob McLeod.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
What a team that was.
And then Gil Gain and Cockrum cover.
Yeah, that's terrific. And then just a short while later, an unknown named John Byrne took over.
Yeah. All right, I got 4 to go.
Woohoo! Well, we're here for you, buddy.
Okay, so I have Ultimate Fallout number 4. It is a second print.
Holy cow!
But it's a 9/8, and it's signed by Jonathan Hickman.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't have a Hickman signature on mine.
yeah.
It's
That's a book you don't see Hickman sign that often, right? Because he's been signing a lot of X books and there. But yeah, Hickman, because mostly you see Bagley or Pacelli on that book.
Yeah, I
haven't gotten Pacelli on mine. I've been wanting to get a Pacelli, but
March of 2021 is when I got it signed. So
that's awesome.
There's a fair number of Clayton Crane signatures on that one too, because he's done a lot of signing events.
Right, but again, second printing.
This book is
considerably more affordable than the first, but such an important book again to the generation that's coming after ours.
Yeah, and at the height, I mean, this book at a 9/8 not signed, I think was up to like $800. I mean, it was even at a second print, so that's pretty crazy numbers for a second print.
Mr. Comics 89 saying he likes the second print more. Probably, you can see his face instead of his face obscured. Yeah.
Okay, we have here is New Mutants 98.
Oh yeah, there's another book that's become affordable post boom for those people that are big Deadpool fans and ahead of the third movie coming out. It's really come back down to earth some. I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, it's still a decent book. I mean, Chris, we'll take a look at this one here because we haven't done this in a while.
I think that might be going into COVID, the COVID bubble, and coming out right now. I think that book is the craziest roller coaster ride comic book that there is, because it cools off and then you get some Deadpool news and it's hot again and it cools down and a little bit more Deadpool news, heats up again, and it's such a tough book to spec on.
Right, but if you were, I mean, we're looking at a 9.0 here.
A 9.0.
9.0.
Yeah, direct.
This is and of course the prices are a little jumbled on this stuff, but we do have a sale as of October 26th.
October
on this book.
26th. Okay, so less than 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna go $250.
Actually, the sale on October 26th was $255, which is down. It had been early October. It had been selling for 300 to close to 400, and in September had been up to 500. So this is a book that has if looking at the sales trends just this year in the last couple months has dropped about another $100 to $150. And is probably at a 9.0 if you want to get that near mint is the sweet spot for best value, because once you go to 9.2 you're talking about it selling for $400+, and then the 9.2 9.4 9.6 all actually clumped really together. If you're willing to jump up and spend the $400 in that range, if you watch carefully, you can sometimes grab a 9.6 for about $440. So it's really just there's a really nice. It's really packed in that range there. But yeah, buy the dip, absolutely.
Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, Rich.
The cool part about this, you want to know what I paid for it?
Cover price.
$1.
Oh, nice.
I am the original owner of this book. I bought it off the comics book wall when I was a teenager and still had it, and was my first batch of graded books I ever sent out. This was one of them. So.
But just make sure that if you are looking at that book, just be really, really understanding that there is a facsimile of that book that looks almost identical to the original. So because it's a modern facsimile, so be really, really careful and know what you're looking for. Looking at the barcode numbers, if it has a barcode, know that that's going to be your key, because there is a newsstand version, but the newsstand version has a fat large barcode versus the modern narrow barcode, and that's really about the only way you can really tell the difference between the facsimile and the original. And I have seen some people trying to pass the facsimile off as the original by burying the facsimile in the description wall of text stuff. So be very careful on that.
All right. So the next book, and you guys are probably going to wonder why I'm showing this after the last book, is New Mutants 87.
Oh, wait. No. Well, look at that. Look at that. Signatures. Look at one of them there, Chris.
Yeah, one right here.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the one up top. Yep.
Oh, God, Peter hit me.
Yeah.
Ow!
That fellow was on Whatnot earlier this week, peddling a few books abreast. But yeah, that's so are we looking at is that a Stan that's down below there?
So it's a Stan Lee signature. Yeah. Stan Lee and Rob Liefeld.
Very good. Now, did you get this signed by Stan yourself, or did you pick it up afterwards?
So I'm going to tell you a crazy story. Not a crazy story, but I'm a manager where I work, and one of the guys I was talking to was saying, what's on your radar? Because he was into comics, and I said, I want to get 87 back, because like my Hulk 340, I sold it when I was younger, and since then I only had the reprint, the gold cover one. Yeah, I wanted to get, 87, the original.
Right.
So come Christmas time, him and all the managers where I work all chipped in and bought me this book, just the way it is.
Wow.
Incredible.
I mean, it was one of the coolest gifts I ever got in my life. I opened it, and I was so in shock that it was even slabbed. I didn't even realize it was a gold label. I didn't realize who was signed it. And so it just got more and more epic as I looked at the book. I'm like, oh my God. So just super excited to own this book. And like Rob, you were talking about the New Mutants 98,
yeah,
400. If somebody offered me $400 for that book, I would say goodbye to it. If someone offered me $500 for this book, I'd tell them to take a hike, because I would not sell this for.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, yeah,
it's different. The story behind it, if nothing else, is it makes that connection. It makes it harder to get. It's beyond monetary value.
Yeah.
But and then that's a good combination of signatures on that book too to have. I mean, there's not a lot of those out there.
And here's the other crazy part: is that Super Jersey this last weekend, Louise Simonson was supposed to be there, but she canceled last minute. So this would have been a triple.
Oh,
Now,
if she
you were all
was there.
set to have it cracked. Nice.
So McFarlane has nothing to do with that cover, correct?
No, I don't think the cover, but he did do the story. Oh my God, it's Louise Simonson's story, Rob Liefeld and Bob Wilcock art. Yeah, Rob Liefeld and McFarlane cover. It is McFarlane cover. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
I thought
the inker.
Yeah, I
according
thought
to
he
Justin.
did. I thought he teamed up with Rob for a few of those covers. Yeah, yeah that.
We've established the answer there is no, Matt Spidey. You won't take 500, so would you take $250?
No
All right.
didgeridoo dollars.
This is the last one.
Ooh.
So I've spoke about this, I don't know, on somebody's show before. So this is Amazing Spider-Man 300 out of 7.0.
Yes.
This is kind of a bittersweet signature. So this is signed by Andrew Garfield.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. Who is my favorite Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. You're welcome back here and on my channel at any time you want.
And the crazy story with this is I sent it in for the event because it wasn't in person. And I did a window bag from here up. And he signed it right there where you could barely see it over the black suit and off the black suit. So you can't even really see this.
They signed it in black ink?
Black ink.
Now, that's on CGC. And
it was in a window bag.
So they removed it from the window bag.
Yep.
For him to sign it. And then they
put a
signed
black
it black
pen
on
in
black.
Black
What
on
a
black.
jerk off.
However,
is he still your favorite Spider-Man after all that?
Listen,
Because I mean, that's kind of like that's kind of saying, you know what, I might be your favorite, but you're not my favorite fan. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you know what? That's what you get for having an
cool
actor
down,
sign a
Rob. I
comic
know
book.
we all know you're a Toby fan, but I'm just. But yeah, they should have had a silver or an assorted color paint pen in its
I like
end for
that.
one.
You said didgeridoo dollars, which we
Didgeridoo
talked about,
dollars,
but kangaroo coins. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
And obviously got the Venom.
Yeah,
That's why he's my Spider-Man number 3.
Spider-Man number 3. Listen, I got a question, right? What if Andrew Garfield was the Spider-Man in the MCU instead of Tom Holland? How much better would it have been?
I don't know. Story's the same story.
Same story, but better acting, different charisma. You know,
Would have been.
Now
I
it's
don't know. It's
very
very different.
again
tonally.
To me, Andrew Garfield played Spider-Man perfectly. The one thing that I respect about Tom Holland's Spider-Man is that they went with a very young actor to portray a very young character.
Yeah.
And to me, Andrew Garfield, even when he was Peter Parker, still didn't fit that high school look that they were trying to get for the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah,
so one thing I can say about Tom Holland, his Spider-Man is I like the fact that they put him age appropriate or that type of young looking actor to play Peter Parker. That
Garfield was the 90210 Peter Parker.
He was too cool for Peter Parker. He was,
but a great Spider-Man.
Super cool kid, 30 years old, playing a high school kid. Very 90210.
Still my favorite.
Hey, that's fine. That's one of those great things. It's just like anything else, and where there's multiple options. None of them are really wrong. The fact that we got a Spider-Man movie is the right answer.
Yeah.
So there we are. All three have their pros and cons. Exactly. I don't dislike any of them. I think the stories are all very different, and they all play them differently, and none of them are bad. I'll watch them all. All right. Let's see. For what is this? For anyone under 50? Oh, thank you. I forget that who I'm talking to sometimes. Thank you very much. This after I spent the other day down a new rabbit hole on YouTube watching React videos, watching like Gen Z kids listen to like old school hip hop, like listening to Beastie Boys and stuff for the first time, and watching their minds be blown by that type of stuff, and going like, oh yeah, I forgot there's young people who don't have the same experiences sometimes. Anyways, all right, Rich, fabulous set of books to bring on the show. We appreciate you bringing those on and sharing with us. I say I'm not doing that race. This is what we're doing. We're gonna do another giveaway. We'll do our henchman giveaway. While you guys are going ahead and hit your hashtag henchman, letting you know that again, thanks to all you guys who have gone and upgraded to the might still say henchman 2.0. I just changed it during the show. It's going to take a while for YouTube to react. We're going to change the second tier to Goon Squad. I did like that. That was good. So we'll have the henchman and the Goon Squad. Anyways, appreciate those of you guys who've done that. Don't forget everyone who turned out for Comics Curing Cancer. Everything has shipped now except for Mark, Legion of Comics. His thing's going to ship today or Monday at the latest. But everybody should have gotten their stuff, or their stuff is in transit at this point.
Mail anyway.
What's that?
He doesn't open mail anyway.
Right. I mean, I could have said it shipped and it's in his home and he wouldn't know because he won't until next year. Actually, he's probably on the lookout for this stuff because he really was hot to trot on some of this stuff. So, but anyways, appreciate everybody who turned out for us for Comics Curing Cancer and helped us to break that 50,000 mark. Oh my God, so insane. Of course, the support goes on year round. FatStacksMerch.com. You can pick up that Comics Curing Cancer merch, Fat Stacks merch, OnlySlabs merch, and all those proceeds go to Comics Curing Cancer. And if you are a channel member, there is a discount code in your channel membership perks. If you take a look at that, you can see that. And of course, if you also want to get your books pressed and want to help out Comics Curing Cancer, check out the roguetraderutah.com. You can use the code FATSTACKS at checkout to save 20% off, including already discounted packages. And when you do, $10 will be donated to Comics Curing Cancer. Also, another announcement I'm going to say, I got to do some updates on some of my channel descriptions. There's in the list of various discounts, there's been a discount code that's there for Comic Pro bags and boards and such, and where you could get $10 off. I just learned that it's $10 Canadian off because they're a Canadian company, even though your shopping cart displays everything in US dollars. If you're in the US, the discount's only for 10 Canadian dollars. So it means it's like $7 and some odd cents, depending upon what it's worth at any given time. So I apologize if any of you have tried to use the code and go, my God, Rob told me $10 off and I didn't get $10 off. I apologize. Well, I didn't realize that they were.
But what if you're Australian and it ends up going to like $11 off instead of just
that's why I'm going to just change it so it's $10 Canadian.
Okay.
I can't, because I can't keep changing what the exchange
value
rate
is.
Yeah, I mean it's just ridiculous.
I blame the government.
Dishes are done. It's quesadilla time. I like that.
Let's go.
Dishes are done, man. The dishes are done. Sorry. Yeah, $10 in play money. Yeah, whatever. It's a little bit different. How much are bags and boards? Well, they've been running a 50% off sale every 2 weeks, nonstop. So like they're 100 bags and boards, or 100 bags is, I don't know, like $12 or something, and boards they're really good price. Check them out. I do like the quality of them. Damn loonies and toonies. That's right. All right. I can see 43 out of 54. Before I spin the wheel, I'll just say for myself, don't forget that you can tune in to us here next week, same time. We'll be joined by the Bronze Age Nerd.
Yes.
So come on and check out that. Also, you can check out on Monday, my Monday mail call. I'll be unboxing what? Yes, some more slabs and some more raw books. Exciting. Some more Silver Age keys. Then there'll be a Thursday. We're gonna have an Old Man Collectibles mystery box. So there you go.
Well, what was the GP for Eddie's go around this time? Do you remember?
I don't know that it was a GP.
Okay.
It was just some books and some slabs and
okay.
Yeah.
I know
book and
sometimes he
some
has
books and
an
slab.
export
Yeah.
or something.
There was nothing special. Anyways, let's go ahead and spin this.
Let's go.
Put these people out of their misery.
Wheel.
This fumbling show. I'm fumbling like a dumbling.
All right.
Dumbledore. Fumbling like a Dumbledore. I thought
Izzy.
Tate Prime was gonna. For a second there, I thought Tate Prime was gonna win a second one, and I was gonna have consolidated shipping. But Izzy, congratulations, sir! All right, we will stop
now,
sharing.
No,
That means, Chris, you're picking for Izzy.
Okay, so the $1 million question, I'll blow like whoa, I'll blow.
Oh, hello.
Good night, everybody.
Blow up.
All right, now
Someone's clipping that, Chris, and you're in trouble now.
Marcus or Ramy is going to light me up for that one. Are there blank covers in?
There is a blank cover in here. Yes.
All right, let's see if we can fish it out for Izzy.
I will tell you, it is a Spawn blank cover.
Okay. Let's let it ride the whole time this time around, and stop. And those two books that your finger splits, and we'll go towards the front, and we'll stop it now. Yeah, get that black cover out, and now. Okay. Well, for a second there, you made me think that there was something else going on there.
No.
All right.
We have Blackest Night, The Power of Shazam. Osiris Rises.
That's a gruesome cover.
I love the Blackest Night story. I thought that was epic.
Yeah.
You have Future State Justice League #1, the first appearance of the Future State Justice League.
Very
second
nice.
printing in the design variant. I think that these second printings were better than some of the first printing covers because I liked these design variants.
Yep. The one.
Of course. There we go.
Yeah, it's the one.
Izzy.
Yeah. Izzy, that's a good one to put a remark over. Just has Stan Jurgens.
Right on the poly bag.
Yeah.
Detective Comics 600.
Very nice.
Cool.
Venom issue 30, one of those Tyler Kirkham variants.
Nice.
And the last book in here, we have Worlds Collide, Superman, the Man of Steel, issue 28.
Love it.
Look at that hair.
Look at that chin.
Yes.
He's mad, and that's usually not a good thing.
All right. So there you go, Izzy. Those are going on out to you, sir. Everybody, thanks for coming out and joining us today. Join us again next week. Like I said, we'll be welcoming Bronze Age Nerd to the show. Appreciate everyone who's come out and supports the channel, all the henchmen, all the goon squad now. We have formerly Henchmen 2.0, so we'll be getting you guys into the chat. And everyone who's done everything for Comics Curing Cancer and it continues to support us year round on this. Thank you guys all so much. Until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to any of us, especially me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.